When you have an established podcast and you put that on the market and you have 200 or 400 episodes and you're still not seeing results for it, why are you doing it? Like, what is the purpose?
Sometimes your show needs to be restructured. Maybe it's a different format. Maybe it's a hybrid format. And so that's what we also help our clients walk through, because what is the end goal? You want to actually lead people back to your podcast that leads back to your business and your offers to generate ROI. Hey everyone, it's Tamara Thompson with Women Unlocking Wealth, and I'm here with my co-host Danielle.
Hey everybody.
We're super grateful for this episode. As you can see, we're in a beautiful luxury jet by our power partner owned by Leah Woodford from Legacy Jets and her husband Paul. And we're just super grateful for this opportunity to record the episode in this jet today. One of the things we're going to talk about today, obviously, we talk all about podcasting, as we own Broadcast Your Authority, a premium podcasting content marketing service. And one of the things we've been noticing though lately is a lot of people are coming to us that already have established podcasts. And the thing is we've seen a lot of people come to us that have like 100 episodes, 250 episodes, and they've been doing it for several years, but they're not actually generating revenue from their show. So that always shocks me when I'm like, wait, you have this podcast, you've been doing this for years, but you don't know how to market it effectively, or you don't know how to lead back to your core offers. And that's what we help with our clients through our podcasting services.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are going through the ebbs and flows of the podcast. They have their team managing all the technical work, but there's actual strategies that we need to put in place to be able to monetize the channels effectively, and as well as optimize correctly. Like there's like 12 different steps to uploading a video to YouTube, for example. There's more. Yeah, there's so many steps for actually optimizing your YouTube channel. So that way you can rank in YouTube and Google search and like ChatGPT and other software. So if people are searching in ChatGPT for, specific services, you want to be able to rank in ChatGPT as that go-to provider. And so it's super important to learn, like if you already have a podcast, like understand how to optimize it correctly. And that way you can get more results to the business. But there's ways also to track conversions. Yeah, you want to go into detail about that?
No, let's go back a little bit. So the fact that you can now be searched, optimized, not just in YouTube and Google is what we primarily focused on when we first started. But like she said, our clients are now ranking in ChatGPT, which is awesome because of the fact that people are utilizing that platform all the time. But the other thing is also leveraging it for paid ads and tracking conversions, like she said. So leveraging Google ads for YouTube viewership to YouTube subscribers, or also amplifying, utilizing the short form content to lead back to not just the podcast, but your core offers. So one of the things that we do is we teach our clients, and we also do a done for you service, is how to track the first one, the organic short that actually did well that month. Like what was the hook? What was the content that took off? And is it something, of course, that you should be speaking about that leads back to your business? Why not repurpose that organic short that took off on YouTube and put a little bit of money behind it, right? The more money you put behind it, the more ability and amplifying your business will be on the same side. But at the same time, like you said, tracking the conversions, right? And so by creating the UTM links and creating the flow of an actual funnel, you could use that one short from your podcast that leads them back to a landing page or your website or something that will drive them back to something related to your business, right? So a lot of people use podcasts because they want to be the face of a brand. Maybe they're building their personal brand. They want more virality or they want more brand awareness, but we want more conversion. We want more revenue and profit to come to your business because those other things I just talked about, that's just one element of it. And if you have 100 podcast episodes or 250, we just took over a show that has over 6 million downloads. And the cool thing about it is we amplified their YouTube by 100x or 1000x, because what she was doing was she actually wasn't utilizing video. And so we're like, you're a beautiful human being. You've got great charisma on camera. You need to leverage the video aspect. As soon as we took over her podcast, she was getting 300 views per video on her YouTube channel, which is just an audio track with a thumbnail on it with like a little wave bar. That doesn't work anymore. People want to see your face. And so once she turned around and all of a sudden was on video, people were like, oh, we want to watch this, pay attention to this. what was it? The one video went off. So like I said, average 300 views per video podcast. One of them took off the second week, 50,000 views.
It's over like 65,000 now.
Well, how many impressions does she now have?
She had over 1.2 mil.
1.2 million impressions. So in the last 2 months, she started with us at 11,000 subscribers on YouTube. She now has over 18,000, almost 19,000, and we're projected to help her hit 30,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of this year, literally in less than 2 months away from 2026. So, I mean, there's different things that you have to think about, but she's really good at having her team provide the UTM links because they're tracking what podcast that these listeners are coming from to go into their funnel. So it's very important to have that.
Yeah, and there's like different softwares you can use to track for UTM links. Like you create it in UTM.io, you can create it in Hyros. Like there's other services that you can use to track those. Yeah, and it's so important because like even if like we also specialize in getting our clients booked on podcasts. And so if you're going to go be on like Dave Asprey's show, for example, like if you are giving a free gift at the end, and most podcast hosts invite you to give a free gift or offer at the end or promote your book, you could have a special UTM link created. So that way you're tracking your podcast conversions per episode. And so you're itemizing that. And that's when you have a lot of traffic or you're on big shows. You don't always have to start with the UTM links, but
or you don't have to utilize the UTM links for every single episode.
Exactly.
Like I say with a lot of our clients to start with just one UTM link per platform, right? Like, are they coming from YouTube? Are they coming from Apple? Are they coming from Spotify?
Exactly.
And be able to track it that way. So that once you actually track that those people came in from there, then it goes through that sales process because you can track, be like, oh, they purchased this product or they downloaded this masterclass, things like that. So I think it's very important to be able to track things on that side and then know that it came from them finding you on YouTube or your podcast.
Yep. And another thing is when you're up-leveling your positioning in the market, your branding, your business in general, and your different offers, you don't want to have the same podcast that you started with 5 years ago. You want to up-level your podcast as well. You want to up-level the branding. The messaging is super key. And then also up-level your ads. Like you can place ads in your own podcast for your own company. And that's a little bit about what Tamara was talking about. But like you could have a mid-roll ad. You could have an ad at the end. Whatever makes sense. That's not super like a pattern interrupt because you want the flow, the customer experience or listener experience to flow really well. But it's important to promote your own products and services within your own podcast.
Well, I think one of the things that we teach is just that is being authentic, but allowing people to understand that you have something to offer and not just in the middle or the end of the show, actually seed them in the very beginning, right? So if I was to say like, hey, welcome to Women Unlocking Wealth, be sure to stay to the end of the episode to learn more about how you can be a part of our community to help other women business owners. So that in the very beginning, I said it out loud in the very beginning of the episode, be like, oh, I didn't know they had a Women Unlocking Wealth community that I can look up. It's womenunlockingwealth.com. So there I'm just kind of organically seeding in the beginning. And then in the middle of the show, we can come in and be like, hey, and this is why we help women on the consulting front with Women Unlocking Wealth. And then it kind of seeds that again of how we help women business owners too. And then at the very end of the show, we can say like, hey, check this out and provide a call to action and find us in the show notes and description. So we teach our clients that so that they can do it more on an organic, authentic talk when they're talking without just like, beep, here's brought to you by this ad.
Exactly.
So... well, I could talk about this stuff all day long, but I think that we'll do more of like a part 2, maybe on like conversions in another episode. Do you have any closing thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, I just think that when you have an established podcast and you put that on the market and you have 200 or 400 episodes and you're still not seeing results for it, why are you doing it? Like, what is the purpose? Is it just to get your message across, to be heard, to be, like we work with a lot of business owners and CEOs that they have amazing services and products on the market, but they're not getting it seen more. So it's so important to figure out, like work with people like us that understand how to optimize your channels, get you more reach.
Not working too,
exactly.
Right? Like we were talking about those individuals that either have a show or they need to maybe rebrand their show or refocus their marketing or their messaging to add to that point right now. Actually just had a call with one of our clients that's been working with us for about a year and a half now. So she's going through an entire rebrand, remessaging focus because she wants to attract more high-level individuals, business owners. She's a business mentor, and we literally walked through it. I said, is the current messaging different than what we started with? Is it you want to attract more and this is the direction you want to go? And she said, yes. And so we started to map out what that looked like, and we're restructuring her entire show, right? And so it's like sometimes your show needs to be restructured. Maybe it's a different format. Maybe it's a hybrid format. And so that's what we also help our clients walk through, because what is the end goal? You want to actually lead people back to your podcast that leads back to your business and your offers to generate ROI.
And I think also just understanding the market research behind it. What is trending in the industry? What keywords are ranking? And that's there's a lot of great companies out there, a lot of great businesses, but they're not using the correct language that's resonating with their audience. So it's usually just these subtle shifts in their messaging and marketing that's going to like unlock this vault of like new clients in the door, because like it's just language shifts. It's understanding what is
intentional with the keywords, like you said.
Exactly.
So, and that's one of the ways that we help our clients. So we actually, ahead of the podcasting episodes, we say like you say, hey, what do you want to talk about? We say, okay, great. So you want to talk about XYZ? Well, this is what people are actually searching for in your demographic. So this is suggested. So it's like tweaking and working together and collaborating on what people are actually searching for on YouTube and Google and ChatGPT to actually say like, this is what your focus should be. Let's test this type of topic instead of like, oh, I want to talk about this. Not everybody always wants to hear what we think people want. It's always good to ask your audience first.
I always find it funny with the people that make up words for their own titles, or like just like random words that just sound good together. But it's like
fragilistic expialidocious.
Exactly. But no, it's not what people are searching for. So even if you're making up certain language that sounds cool that you think could resonate, it's not highly searched. So you're not getting any traffic.
Volume be like 0.
Yeah, no, seriously. And that's the thing. And there's certain tools, like we do that for our clients, but there's like keywords everywhere. You can see how many people are searching for specific keywords. And it's just important to know that data before you make more decisions. And then also, like you were talking about, like when you do see a video go viral or take off, like create a series around that. When it drives the right market to you, like create the series around it.
Create a series that also creates a playlist on YouTube. You can also create a playlist with those mini topics on the TikTok videos, the reels, the shorts. You can create different playlists around that. So it's about being strategic, because those YouTube playlists are also populating in Google in different areas.
Yeah. And another cool feature is the collaborations. We all know collaborations on Instagram are huge for growing your following. Well, YouTube just announced that they're doing collaboration. So you can now collaborate with some big channels.
Yes. But we recently did a collaboration with an individual that has over 1 million followers. So I believe the YouTube episode is close to 50,000 views. I know it was about 40,000.
It's over 60, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but this fact that this gentleman has over 1 million followers across different platforms. So we did the collaboration side on YouTube as well as Instagram, and so all of a sudden it's a flood of individuals watching our content. So that was really cool to see. But you can do that as well.
Yeah, and when you're orchestrating those the podcast guests, like we orchestrate that with all of our clients, but we do ask kindly, would you be open to collaborating with our pages? And most of the time, everybody's like, yes. I think there's like one person that didn't accept it, and it's because they were traveling or they didn't know how to at the time.
Well,
but yeah.
Great, and share the value. That individual actually wrote back and said, hey, I'm actually going to accept those collaborations. So, it's a value exchange, really, and being able to help with that, like positioning factor.
Huge win-win.
Both brands. So, well, I love this conversation. I think we should do a part 2 more on the deep dive on the conversion part of it.
Yeah. So if you have a podcast and you've already put out multiple episodes and you're still not seeing the growth that you deserve, feel free to reach out to us at broadcastyourauthority.com.
And thank you for watching Women Unlocking Wealth. Be sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Leave us a review over on Apple or Spotify, and we'll see you in the next episode.